I'm not saying that mothers are not important. Let me tell you this. Psychiatrists have proved that the relationship between a boy and a mother when he is young, below the ages of 5, determines how that boy will be able to relate with people in the society. Men are not relational beings. Women are. And men learn relationship skills from women. So the way a boy relates with his mother when he is young determines how he will relate with other people. So it is critical. But there is a place that mama cannot take the boy. The boy goes through 4 stages. There is the stage of what I call blessed ignorance, where the boy doesn't care whether he's a boy or a man, or a girl. He doesn't, he's just there, blessed ignorance. Then from there, at the ages of between 3 and 4.5 years, you will see the boy now realizing he's a man. He doesn't even want to take orders from men. We call it disconnection stage. The boy tries to disconnect and he's looking for something he can emulate, a manly figure. Then from that, he goes into another stage whereby it's now the teenage. I call it the heart stage, where they are looking for something to identify themselves. It could be anything, a way of life, a way of philosophy of thought, some clothing, some label. He's trying to associate himself with what's happening in the world and all that. Before then, he finally gets into young adulthood. So all that, the mother also plays a big role. And we become men because of the nurturing from our mothers. That's true. But there is only so much that a mother can do that now requires the father to take on. In fact, if you look at the Bible challenges us that fathers are the ones to train a child. It's not mother. And to train means it's not telling them this is the way. No, it's walking in the way and telling them whatever you see me do, do it. That's what training is.
One of the quotes that I read from this book is, "It may still be a man's world, but certainly it is not a boy's world." And Stephen, you say that it is hard to be a man.
It is difficult to be a man. And women don't even know that. If you look at the way things are done in the world today, even a simple thing as the way even supermarkets are arranged today, they are not arranged or designed for men. They are designed for women. That's why I say it is no longer a boy's world. There was this saying that it is a man's world.
They even sang about it.
Yes, there was even a song, I think, in the 70s about that. It's no longer that way. Things have changed. Today, 20 years ago, it was something so huge to see a woman driving. I mean, people would stop and say, wow, a lady driving. Today, when I look around when I am driving, I actually see more women driving than men. So you see, things have changed.
They have totally changed.
And also now, because of the fact that we have had so much in terms of disintegration of social values and all that, societal values, family institution has been attacked so much. So because of that lack of role modeling, so boys don't have role models they can emulate. They don't have such. So because of that, they try to look for role modeling from anybody, anywhere, whether it's music stars or film stars or anything, whether they are, all manner of things. So, and they get lost along the way. Mm-hmm. Yes.
And when I read this book, the next chapter talks about the maze of masculinity, how to navigate through to be a man from the point one is a boy to the point they are a man. It is a maze. How to navigate through? Tell us more about that.
It's actually a maze because one of the choice that a man has to make when he's a boy is not to be a woman. That is a conscious choice that a man has to make when he is growing up. And it is so difficult if a boy does not have a father. Because, like I said, there is so much of what a woman can do, but there is a level where a woman will never be able to take the man. That's why I said a man needs another man to affirm his manhood. Let me tell you, a good well done from a father means more to a boy than 20 kisses from mama. So it is a maze from the time the boy is born to the time he tries to associate with his peers and all that, try to find his place in the society, in that context, as a boy, to the time he grows up into young adulthood. He goes to the world of dating, to the world of, business or career or whatever. It's a maze. And every stage has its own challenges. Unfortunately, in this generation, what I have seen, and one of the key things that really has gripped my heart, is to see young people getting lost. Not so much because we don't have people who can offer them help, but because they are not willing even to take the help. And I realized when I've been going around with my seminars and workshops, I discovered it is hard to even help people. Helping people is hard work. You can never help someone until the point where they realize they need help. So the maze is all about, it's about the challenges someone has to go through. It's about settling in life. It's about getting to know who you are, asking the 5 critical questions that every man and every woman for that matter has to ask themselves and answer sincerely to be able to live a life that is meaningful and which is contributing to society. It's all about answering, navigating those questions. And they are the question of who am I? Where did I come from? What am I doing? Why was I born? And where am I going? Those are the 5 critical questions that you have to answer as you go and as you walk through the maze of masculinity.
But nobody is asking the questions, because in your book you say there are silent screams, like the silence is screaming, it's so noisy.
You ask yourself, Daisy, how come that today you see young, educated boys getting into funny things, getting into drugs, getting into radical extremism groups and all that? Why? That tells you there is some, they are crying out for something, but nobody is hearing this.